Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Global Diamond Broker Hard Truth Podcast, episode 95. I'm your host, Judy.
So you're the host this week.
Yeah.
You're unpredictable.
I know.
You're
That's what makes it so
unpredictable.
fun. And this is my lovely co-star.
Sometimes you're so amazing and sometimes you're so annoying.
Yeah, I could say the same about you.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you get your own material then?
Okay.
Say it in a way that's you.
I'm more amazing than annoying. You're more annoying than amazing.
If whatever you say, Judy,
Yeah.
Air conditioning on, air conditioning off, right? There used to be a time when we had not quite the setup we have now, like with the really cool headset.
It used to be so dinky. The camera quality was subpar.
Was
Voice
that my
quality.
fault?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, right?
Because you didn't buy me a whole new setup.
I did buy you a whole new, well, the company bought you a
Yeah.
whole new setup. But
It was my idea.
we got lots
'Cause
to
I want
get
it to be
to
very
today. We're going to be in
Romanesque,
Vegas
remember?
in a month.
Can you not interrupt me?
Sure, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We're going to be in Vegas in a month.
Is it a month?
It's a month.
yeah, it's a month.
Today's the 30th of April, the last day of Diamond Month.
I'm going to have so much fun in Vegas.
We're going to, well, no, we're there to work. We're not there to have fun.
Work and play.
Okay, and play.
Work
And,
hard,
yeah,
play
I guess
harder.
we had a lot of fun last year at the Vegas show. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Las Vegas Gem and Jewelry Show, the JCK show, which is the one we go to, is the biggest show of its kind in the world. And you get all the diamond suppliers from India, and you get all the diamond suppliers from Israel, and you get all the diamond suppliers from... And what I'm most curious to see about this year is what's happening with space.
Yeah. Yeah, so am I. The lab-grown diamond space was pretty big last year, and it was the first year I've ever been. But you've told me you've been to the JCK shows in past years, and...
Dating back, how many years?
I don't know, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
Well, I've been going to the JCK show for 36 years.
And
So around the time you were born.
there used to never be a lab-grown diamond section, right?
That's right.
And now it's massive.
And now it's massive.
And the vibes are so much better.
The vibes are so much better in the vibrant, growing laboratory. And, you know, here, can I say this? We are pro-choice. We are a company, if you want your diamond out of a mine, we're happy to help you get it. Particularly if you're looking for the world's most beautiful, you people who are still buying the IJ looks like a D or E story, we're not for you, okay? Because we're moving quickly towards the fact that whether it's out of a mine or it's out of a laboratory, beauty is what it's all about. So if you're not
And
looking for the
size.
world's most beautiful
kidding.
for, we're not your, huh?
I said, and size.
Oh, yeah.
Just me,
Shallow
apparently.
Judy.
Just me, apparently.
Like stepping into a puddle. No depth whatsoever. So this is the biggest gem show in the world, and you're right. Remember how bad the vibe was in the mine diamond industry?
Ooh, I should make a vlog of our experience there. Like a true vlog.
Vlog?
Yeah.
Like a video?
Like a
yeah,
vlog.
yeah, for sure.
So you guys can see just what we are talking about, because you go to the mine diamond section and it's grim.
It's grim, or it was last year,
It was
and I'm
last year.
sure it will be even more this year. I mean, the way things have gone, it's interesting. You know, we talk a lot about what goes on, but there's nothing as useful as practical on-the-ground information. And so after you took off yesterday, I had a late call to Australia, to Sydney, Australia.
Nice.
I spent a lot of time in Australia as the global diamond broker because I was one of the first important dealers in the world, I guess you might say, to become an authorized partner with Argyle. And that was good. I'm an important dealer.
Yeah.
I'm the man right now globally, I think. So let's just call it what it is, okay? I'm just trying to be modest, and
Okay,
I'm not
can
very
we
good.
move
Okay.
along?
Yeah. So anyway, I was on with him, and he was telling me, now imagine he's been to 8 weddings in the last 9 months.
Damn.
So all of his friends are getting engaged. He's looking for a diamond. And I said, well, what did your friends get? And he said, of the 8, he's one of the 8, so he'll be the 8th.
All got lab grown.
No.
Oh.
Of the 5 have lab grown.
That's a pretty good statistic.
Right? Like that's what I thought. And this is Australia. This isn't the U.S. market.
Lab grown is huge in Australia.
Yeah, it's huge everywhere.
Well, it's huge
now.
everywhere, but
It's just crazy what's going on. And so yeah, I found that to be an interesting sort of microcosm. Remember you had trouble with that word? That's a microcosm. We take a small...
What age demographic? I'm curious.
He was 27. His friends are all that nasty age you are. Okay, all that, I know everything, don't talk to me.
I'm in my prime, okay?
This is your prime?
This is my prime.
Wow. It goes fast, eh? Wow. Okay, so
5 out of 8 are lab grown
5 out of 8
diamonds.
are lab grown. Now, he's going, so will be, because he's getting a mine diamond from us. And so the reason I talk about this is we're pro-choice. Look, I don't try to talk people in or out of one thing. All we like to do is report the facts. Mm-hmm. Right? And the facts are the facts. And, at this gem show, when the first lab-grown diamonds guys came in, they were bullied. They were literally, remember this? I mean, we know these people. We know them personally. And they were bullied in their little tiny section somewhere near the back wall at JCK. You go there now, and it is predominantly laboratory-created diamonds. And I got to talk about something else. I want to talk about the U.S. election and the manipulation that big money does to have its way. Mm-hmm. And we're seeing this now with the mine diamond industry. Remember, when you get a mine diamond, that mine needs you to buy their diamond in order to stay open, okay? And there's all these new articles now. It's like the industry's trying to ignore the fact that 1 out of 2 diamonds, it's billions in revenue, are gone to the laboratory created. They're trying to ignore the fact that the biggest jeweler in the world, by far, Pandora, won't even look back at a mine diamond anymore. I mean, the revenues the industry have lost. The fact that 80% of diamonds that come out of a mine are for industrial purposes, and they're just not needed anymore.
Because they can make them in labs for a fraction of the cost.
And environmentally eco-friendly. It's just, they try to say it's not, but how can it not be? Mm-hmm. Right? And so it's all very interesting to watch all these new articles where they're trying to ignore lab-grown diamonds.
I wouldn't say they try to ignore it, but they say that lab-grown diamonds are no longer going to be sustainable.
I don't think sustainability is the issue.
No, I'm not referring to sustainability as in eco-friendly. Right?
It won't last.
It won't last.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by sustainable.
But they've been saying that since day one.
They say the lab-grown diamond boom is over, but we know it's not over.
Right. In fact, I was reading an article this morning, and I can't remember the financial institution. You can Google all this stuff we talk about. And they have upped the revenues for 2030, where, you know this, they were going to be, it would be around... 29 billion in revenue for laboratory created diamonds. That number has gone up consequently, subsequently. Oh, and your guy you're going to talk about, Zeminski, the so-called expert.
I think it's Paul Zimnisky.
Zeminski, whatever.
Zeminski, whatever.
It's just all bullshit. I'm sorry to say bullshit. But there's no basis in fact. Here's one. They're upping it from 30 billion to 49 billion, which is about half of the industry, which is, I think, a very real number. And it seems to be the same wherever we look. All the articles I read, it's half. I think it's more, but I think at least half of the industry is gone the way of laboratory created diamonds, if you can tell the difference.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if I go out in the diamond markets today, I was reading another article, and I read these articles every day. I find it all fascinating. And I look for clues to what's really going on in the industry because, as we learned from the U.S. elections, in this kind of war, the biggest casualty is
Is the
truth,
truth.
right? So I look for the truth in the numbers, and it seems to be about half in a very short time or laboratory created. I don't see any sustainability with the mines, given the fact that, 80% come, they've lost the 80% for sure for industrial purposes. There's no way the mines can compete. And now they've lost 50% of their gem quality. How do they stay open? I don't know, but we're talking about very big money to bear. So what did you ask me again?
I said, what did you mean by that?
By what?
When you said, if you can tell the difference.
Oh, I think nowadays, we've talked about this movie, Nothing Lasts Forever. I think nowadays you have to consider the fact that
That your mine diamond is probably a lab grown.
or you have to kind of price it that way because they're doing the same thing. There was another article this morning about how jewelers and brokers and everybody can tell the difference, but the fact is they can't at the jewelry store level. The first thing the article said was you need GIA, and I think you need GIA. And whether they get it right or wrong, if the GIA says that's what it is,
Then that's what it is.
then that's what it is. So every single diamond we broker are GIA certified. We do not rely on any testers because they're not conclusive. They're not helpful. And so if that's the case, I think you have to start assuming, even if it has the GIA certificate, even if it's serial number inscribed, that it could be laboratory created.
Well, we've mentioned this before, how we had people from India reach out to us asking us if we wanted to purchase
CVD diamonds.
CVD diamonds, which are laboratory created diamonds, but inscribed as natural or mined, which is crazy.
Which is it though? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's
counterfeiting
crazy.
that appears to be legal. Right? It's counterfeiting, pure and simple, but it appears to be legal. So anyway. Oh, by the way, speaking of India, speaking of Mumbai, I want to do a shout out to all you students at the GIA, the Gemological Institute of America in Mumbai. And what did they say?
They watch us because I'm so cute.
Yeah. They want knowledge about the diamond industry, which, I would apply the 80-20 rule, and only because she's my mini-me. Okay? It speaks like me. It acts like me.
I'm not an it. Don't call me an it.
It's not as hot as me. What?
Let's let the viewers decide. Okay.
But yeah, shout out to you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching.
That was
Thanks
so
for
cute.
commenting. Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder how many people. Look, we get followed by so many jewelers who don't understand their own business, so they follow us to get the facts. And these are the facts. Again, I've been doing this for a very long time. I've done it at all levels of the industry. I'm easily the most qualified person to determine a lot of things. I can tell you this, it's all about beauty. If you're not getting the most beautiful diamond, don't waste your money because the landscape's going to keep going the direction it is. So if you don't get it from us, get it from Harry Winston or get it from Graf or, get what we do, the technical and visual inspections of each and every stone to make sure yours is the most beautiful. I'm just rolling this morning. Eh? Oh, speaking of the podcast, I feel like I'm going to sneeze.
Okay, can you make sure to sneeze into your elbow this time and not your hands?
What did I do when I sneezed in my hands?
You washed or rinsed it with water.
No, I didn't rinse it. I washed it with water, which is more than enough to
Where
remove.
was the soap?
It's never enough for you. No
Where
matter
was
what.
the soap?
Never enough. I put soap on.
No, you didn't. I
Yes,
watched
did.
you. I
Why
watched
are you
you.
watching me wash my hands?
There's surveillance.
Why are you watching me wash my hands, sneeze, get up, go wash my hands? Why are you there? That's a bigger question. Are you obsessed with me too?
No.
Is that what's happening here? I feel a little bit awkward now.
You are so annoying.
So what else? What else? Okay, so we're going to start having guests on our podcast now, and coming up at the end of this month or June, I can't remember when he's coming on.
Who?
Branko Daljanin, one of the leading scientists
I don't
in
think
the
he's on
world.
till July, honey.
He's not on till July. Well,
Yeah.
we're going to be having other people.
But it's basically May, so it's like a couple more months.
So when we get to Vegas, we're holding off on getting guests on till Vegas. We'll have a guest on in Vegas. We'll have lots of guests, industry insiders and backgrounders, and people you'll find interesting to hear what they have to say. So Branko Daljanin, when Branko comes on, one of the things he talks about a lot is how there's no absolutely verifiable way to tell your diamond is out of a lab or out of a mine. And, here's the other problem. The technology is still developing. It's going to get harder and harder, right? I mean, all these things that they've talked about since the 1950s, since De Beers, has sort of come back to roost, I think. So there's that. We're going to be having guests on. I want to have that really cute girl on who went on about lab-grown versus mined.
Oh, the girl I saw on TikTok?
Yeah, we'll get her on for you guys. Vegas show talked about.
Okay, so our 100th episode we will record in Vegas, but it won't be aired till the 5th of June or the 6th of June. So we'll be there for the recording of it.
Right.
Right? And then it'll air in a few days after we get back
that's
to Vegas.
fine. Close enough. What else? So will we do 2 in Vegas? Maybe right at the start of the
we won't.
show.
We won't be doing 2 in Vegas.
Are you going to shoot your cute little video of us swishing our feet?
Yeah.
So demented. Demented, right? She gets me to do these things and I refuse and refuse.
Oh, you love it.
No, I don't love
don't?
it.
Oh, you don't?
It's like some of the trends you try to get me to do that I just say no. I do have a modicum of self-respect. I just want you to know that.
Well, then
I'm
clearly
not here to
you
sell
don't.
my soul.
Well, neither am I.
Okay, India. So yeah, that's what's going on in the diamond business right now. Look, it's a snafu.
What is that? Oh, situation normal, all fucked up.
That's right. Okay, it's a snafu for the industry. So whether you want, whatever your reason, whether it's environmental. Why are you laughing at me?
Nothing.
Economical, ecological.
Or economical. Did you say that already?
I already said economical.
Okay,
Try to pay attention.
Maybe because you said it funny.
No, I said
Environmental funny.
yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'll try to pay
Are
attention.
you on drugs again this week?
No.
But yeah, choose one or the other. And the other thing is, we've got to move on to other content too. This whole lab-grown diamond. So we're going to be talking a lot more about grading, a lot more about how to not get ripped off.
Yeah, we should go back to that series.
Buying a diamond.
What a great idea.
Because people are still getting ripped off in the smoke in the mirrors. And so
or even just our cute little educational videos that we used to do.
I'm actually planning a book. I spoke to a ghostwriter yesterday.
What's a ghostwriter?
Ghostwriter is someone who will help me write the book on how to not get ripped off buying a diamond.
Oh, but they won't take the credit.
Well, they can be the ghostwriter. I don't care. But it's going to be, how do you tell color? How do you verify your GIA certificate? How do you know it's from the GIA?
Oh my God, Kay, I just had...
Here's one for... Oh, sorry, not to interrupt you.
Don't touch me.
I'll try to resist the urge.
Yeah, try to.
I find
know
you
it's
repugnant.
Hard. Yeah,
okay?
likewise.
So if I'm touching you, it's to shut you up, okay?
Anyways, write this down. What is it? Kyle? Can he write it down?
What? Write what down?
You told me to write something down. Oh, here's one for you.
I didn't say write. What is wrong with you today? I did not say write anything
it's
down.
PTSD because every time you mention something and I
It's
forget
me.
it.
I'm the problem, right? I'm the problem.
And then if I don't write
anything
it-
in her life goes wrong, I'm the problem. I want to go to counseling with you. We need couples counseling.
No, we
Counseling?
don't. You need to be a
Did I
couple
say
in order to go to
counseling?
couples counseling, okay?
Okay, so think about this. Think about buying an old GIA cert. So you go, you're looking, you want a mine diamond, you want a laboratory, but the certificate's old.
Okay.
So
You don't want it
why though?
because it's either a dead diamond or it's old inventory that they're trying to get rid of. Also,
They-
you're
Both,
out of the
both very true.
Yeah.
But
What is
here's the
reason?
other thing. What if the diamond was set before, and odds are, if it's an old certificate, someone else owned it first,
Oh, it could be bruised.
bruised. Remember
Yeah.
you did the video on bruising?
I sure do.
It could be chipped. It could be cracked. It could have more problems than most teenage hooker.
That's actually a very good point.
I know, right? This is what I think about at 4 a.m. when I sit straight up in bed and go, what if that diamond? Because I look at them.
Yeah, you don't want someone else's sloppy seconds in a diamond. You know what I mean? I mean, I wouldn't.
Whoa.
I wouldn't.
Whoa. I've never heard that phrase before, but it doesn't sound very...
Are you sure you've never heard of the phrase sloppy
Okay,
seconds?
okay, stop.
Okay.
Just try to stop yourself. Let's stay. See, this is where you get off track and you become unprofessional. I am a professional.
Are
One
you?
of us have to maintain the
Okay.
decorum. I certainly am on camera,
Yeah, right.
right? I dropped the
You're the
odd
most
F-bomb, but-
unprofessional person.
So that's it. That's I think where we are this week. I mean, look, guys, whatever you want to read, whatever choice you want to make, we're 100% behind you as long as you know the facts that are going on as a source for information that is unbiased. I think we're probably the leading source in the world. If you have GIA, Gemological Institute of America classes tuning in, as a class,
You
by
know
the way,
you've won.
right?
You
Like
know.
you know your stuff. I was going to say shit, but I don't want to.
Oh my God. Okay.
Right? I don't like the swearing, unless I'm off camera, and yeah. So that's what's going on this week in the diamond world. Make a choice. You want the world's most beautiful diamond? Let me say that another way. You want the world's most beautiful diamonds. Today, more than ever, it's more affordable, whether it's a lab-grown or a mined diamond. That's the Global Diamond Broker. There's some new technologies we're going to be introducing soon to help you discern that and what the difference is, because as I've said before as well, we've talked about the true currency going forward in the diamond industry is beauty. Learn how to own it, learn how to understand it, and get it. It's the only return. Holy smokes. We're going to have to do that
Mic
one
drop.
as a pen close as I can't drop the mic or I get in trouble. Okay, there you go.
Alrighty, you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
God bless.